Sure. Well, we'll step up to the door. I mean,
Door seems to open,
good, he'll walk in.
and you see behind a set of desks and surrounded by bookshelves.
Ah, his old friend.
Yes, he seems to be currently standing, actually just as he is in his picture, over a pool of water, precisely.
Sure. Hello.
Laurel, good to see you. He seems to make a gesture, and the door seems to close behind you.
Oh,
Fool, you have fallen into a trap.
you must join with him. I sort of looked at the door and says, I hope I'm not imposing.
It is no problem. I was simply looking through the city, looking for any problems in my district.
It's a practical way of doing it. I have to walk the streets, and, well, it gets tiresome. It's a big district.
You certainly have a large district. This makes it quite a bit easier, especially with my advancing age.
That's understandable. Well, it seems that I've come in a position where I might need to call in the favor you offered me.
What kind of favor? He moves away from his pool towards his desk, picks up some reading glasses.
There's some information I require about the Academy of Natural Sciences.
I see. What kind of information?
It seems, in my research investigating the production of the plague that attacked Northside, that it was actually, contrary to popular belief, not something that evolved naturally.
I see.
It seems to be some sort of a bioweapon produced, and it seems that it has roots in the Academy of Natural Sciences.
Well, that would be unforgivable. The Academy is designed under many tenets, but one of which is nothing created should be designed to harm.
Yes, I thought as much. It might not directly be creating the plague, however. It might just be researching the root of the plague and delivering those results to elements who would then later use these results to produce something that could harm.
I can certainly have a team begin investigating what's been going on there. Is there anything in specific you'll need urgently?
Says, if I could go through the records, I imagine there are quite a lot of donations going there, but if there are records about people donating to specific projects, I would like to oversee that.
Well, I can certainly see what I can do. He seems to look around one of his bookshelves and seems to go over. Seems to mage hand a book off one of the shelves. See, was this the right one? Yes, I think it was. He gestured for you to come up towards the desk.
Oh, sure, Laurel got there.
He puts it down. This is the record of all the income and outcome within the last 2 weeks. Or the 2 weeks previous, I should say, to this.
I assume you've read my work on the cure.
Yes, so I was actually also partially reading it right now. He gestures over to his the other side of the desk, and you actually see like a copy of your notes.
Yes, so you got to the point of the nature of this as being a fungi.
Yes, I've got that far. I'm currently looking over your research and verifying it all myself.
Oh no, it's just very well. I hope it's all coming to your liking.
Yeah, peer review is always a good thing in our work, though.
I thought that checking that it would work was done by curing everybody.
Maybe he's basically looking for faults in the math, or
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. Oh, you put a 2 instead of a 3. Ha!
It's the 14th decimal number.
That's like they actually crashed the first Morse probe we did. Was like they did that.
Really? Fantastic. They should have had this Archmage there. There we go.
Yeah. But what they said? Well, so is there looks at the fucking imagine a huge book. Is there any way to peruse it easily? It needs to be someone who has supported a program studying these types of fungi.
Well, that's not too easy to work out from just finances alone. Do you have any idea who investors might be? That might help narrow it down.
There's a powerful noble houses, I believe.
we got any Pacific noble houses or not?
There's to my knowledge, House Flores will have been some of the investors. Quite a hefty sum, I imagine.
Let's see.
Well,
He to scroll through, starts reading.
Erlane was the... Well, I guess.
They weren't funding it.
They weren't?
Flores is the only one funding it, really. Oh, the big one. That was funding it at the very least.
Is sending the money there, and they're paying the Erlanes and the Callians to do something about it.
Yeah.
We don't really know what. Maybe it's like steal the research that's being done. I don't know.
I don't know.
So you know, quite a large portion of time goes. Here it is. Yes, they've donated to a project which they've simply named Project Zeta.
Very well then. Can we get some information on this project then?
I can send people out to investigate, though it will take some time searching for the records.
Good. I need everything you have on it. I'm sure you understand the gravity of the situation. If this thing has... If what happened in Northside was but a test, if it was an experiment, then it was highly successful, and then the data they have gathered there could make this thing even more dangerous. I think it's best to keep the general populace unaware of what's going on here, but it is something that could potentially threaten the city itself.
I will see what I can do to find out. See, he seems to stop, like running his finger down a page and looking through things. Just seems to stop at one point and taps. That's interesting.
Oh.
So yes, House Flores did donate to this project. One other noble house also donated to the project.
Oh, which one?
It's not a very well-known noble house. Quite a weak one, I believe. They only rose to power a few years ago.
Yes.
House Ares.
Ares. Well, where are they located?
I'm not entirely sure myself. I recognize their symbol, but I don't know much about them. You'll have to look around to find out on your own.
Well, this is very
I
well.
don't keep much record of the nobility up here.
Does he know about, like, what do they do?
He kind of shrugs. Well, I don't remember exactly how they rose to their power. I know they've certainly been interested in things outside the city, but other than that, I'm not 100% sure what.
Very well, then I'll have a look at it. Could I ask you to keep an eye out for other things that House Flores is doing?
I can. If I see them come up again, I will add it to my reports to send to you.
That's, thank you. You have quite the reputation with information. Smiles.
Yes. And if it even touches my district, I will find it at some point. There's no doubting that.
Good. Good. Is there anything I can help you with then, since you're doing me such a gracious service?
Not that I can think of at the current time, though. If I think of anything, I will inform you.
So, very well then. I suppose I owe you a favor.
It's how our games work. We trade favors to the end.
Well, not so slowly. Yes, I suppose we do. Very well then. I have places to be, and this other noble house to look into.
Good luck to you. Just try to stay safe.
Most if not, of course. And well, they'll depart.
The giant red doors close behind you after you go through them.
Sure. We'll leave. You don't need to be here anymore.
Yeah, meantime, all eye on the other side of the map.
Woo!
So all of you are scouting out the area surrounding House Elaine.
Has Zoe ever met them before?
No. You haven't. You know of them. You've heard of them before.
Okay.
But you've never met them personally.
Well, let's go.
Yeah.
So their manor, it's a rather, it's not a very large manor, but it's a stone built house, 3 stories tall. So one of the taller buildings, built across the main trading road, which, I mean, this road is very busy. This road has carts and wagons and, you know, everything moving through it all the time, getting between all the districts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And the house itself, you know, just around the front, you can see about 4 guards, you know, constantly out there. You know, from the time you're watching it, sometimes some go inside, but very quickly, like even just minutes later, another one comes out to take their place. There seems to be some kind of back garden to the place as well. Though that seems to be walled with walls that are probably about 10 feet tall. So you could get them over them, but it's, you know, not simple.
No.
Can't see over the walls.
Have sewer grates or something accessing like we had in the building. Maybe there's a sewer passage right next to the cellar or something.
You don't see any sewer grates near to their house. I mean, you can find sewer grates around, but none near the house.
Okay.
No sewers.
Alright.
It's on an island. Sewers would be a little hard to get working, I guess,
but
in this kind of...
There are sewers that cross underneath the river.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They're known as the deep sewers. So then, though they're not really easy to access, generally you have to get in from this side, go under.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Basically turns into a labyrinth for that case, though.
How well equipped are the guards?
Well, let me double check.
Could
this for
Ballard
you.
take them?
Well, Ballard definitely thinks he could take a single guard.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be a problem for him.
Well,
they seem to have halberds on them, and they seem to be decently armored.
does their weapons look well kept?
They look like pretty good weapons.
Hmm.
Decent quality.
Masterwork even, perhaps?
Possibly.
Possibly. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
I mean, you know, you can't like just walk right over and start observing them.
Right, just look at his weapon, just like, huh. It's like, what are you doing? I'm inspecting your armament.
They do what a tourist does to like the Buckingham Palace guards. They just like look him up and down from like inches away. Like, what is there in everything?
I like the Buckingham Palace guards. These guys are allowed to retaliate.
Yeah, these guys can punch you in the face.
Please lift up your big fuzzy hat so I can see what you got in there.
I have my lunch in here.
But other than that, there seems to be two windows on the ground floor facing you. One window on the floor above facing you, and then there's like a balcony bit as well. And then if you want to go all the way up to the 3rd floor, there's 2 windows facing this side of the street.
Well, we don't really want to go in front door.
Why not?
You can also kind of go around the side, and there's like some windows.
I mean,
Well, if we go right through the door and kick the door in, then
No, maybe we don't have to kick the door in to talk to them.
what would we say to them that we don't already kind of know? And if we ask them, did you send horrible plague to kill us?
yeah.
What is to stop them from like locking the doors and trying to murder us inside?
We can always start with that we want to talk to them.
But would you like to go inside the house where we think like murderous maniac's house?
Well, we could try, but you know, we should probably wait for Laurel if we're gonna go into an ambush.
Of course.
So we'll wait for Laurel, see what Laurel also thinks of our dire situation.
Is it more like, is it like so heavily fortified that it's like, conspicuous? Like, oh well, someone is arming for war.
Yeah,
No,
does it look like a normal manor, or is it like the Bastille?
It looks like a normal but large townhouse with just 4 guards up the front,
Okay.
and just really tall walls around the back garden.
Was there no entrance to the back garden other than scaling the wall and through the house?
There does seem to be a large iron gate.
Just a gate.
These guys give me a prick kind of vibe. Don't seem very welcoming.
You know, we could just go around the back, and I'm sure Bollard could.
Make a lot of guard-attracting noise, yeah.
Yeah, but you know, we can take them easier in a back garden than we can on the inside of a house.
Guys, we don't know if these guys are just trading these goods without looking in what it is they're trading. That's what they do. They trade. Maybe they're just delivering these crates.
Okay,
and
but
that's it. We're not gonna kill anyone.
all right, but if we go in, then
Probably.
if we go in, then what are we gonna ask?
One thing is we know is that they know what's inside that crate, because like they don't just sell crates; they transport stuff, and they would have had to take something out of something else and put it in one of their crates before they send it away.
And no transporting, like no transportation will, not in this kind of time, would just send something and. Well, unless they were paid enough, they just wouldn't care if they were paid enough. But you know, if
that, then they're basically smugglers.
Yeah, in which case they're smugglers and they should be investigated anyway. You know, the Portside mayor probably isn't going to like us all that much.
Who was the mayor of this district?
He was
Rolv von Ordell.
Yeah, wasn't he friends with the Gold District? Yeah, so he's probably not going to like us because we fucked up his friend's brother. Or brother's plans of lots more money. Yeah, maybe. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna. Are we just gonna walk in? I don't know. But then,
if they are honest merchants and something weird going on, they might allow us to look at the papers. But they seem kind of deep into the conspiracy thing, don't they? I mean,
they seem what?
Deep into the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. You know, they're smuggling these goods in.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they know. I mean, they have to know it's in the crates, right?
Yeah. I'd imagine so, but somebody's not going to just say, smuggle these crates in, please, with your seal on them. And,
give them to the kobolds, but don't look what's in them.
Yeah, you know, they're giving them to kobolds. I'm pretty sure they're going to go, wait, what? Why are we delivering to kobolds in the city? Kobolds shouldn't be in the city.
Oh, don't ask about that.
Yeah, so they must be smuggling because there's too many.
They're either being paid vast amounts of money to keep their trap shut, or they're in on it.
And I'm sorry, but 21k.
Or both.
I can imagine that the Empress would probably pay more to root out some kobolds in her grand city. You know, 21, and that's to pay for the fungus, the research, and the distribution, and then to keep them shut up, and the mercenaries. There's, you know, they would have had to pay them a huge amount.
The Empress herself would not give a damn about the kobolds. She couldn't care less if they're kobolds, and that's the city's problem.
Well, yeah, but
if it obeys and pays, then she doesn't give a damn.
Well, it doesn't pay, and it doesn't obey. It's killing her people. It's murder.
Yeah, whatever. She has a very laissez-faire sort of thing to the whole situation.
Alright, okay, so in that case, do we just knock on the door? But then how would we explain 5 people knocking on the door? Because Zoe and her two bodyguards, sure. Zoe and her handmaiden, sure.
Basically, if we're gonna try to talk in, then we just up and say, hello, we are from Northside, this is the Lord Mayor, and we are from the council. We would like to talk to someone in charge, because you've been sending weird shit into our district. We have had enough.
And then they could just go on full lockdown, and then we're just going to have to fight in,
and then we
right?
kill them all.
Well, we're here on like an official diplomatic mission. If they actually start hostilities, Well,
Alright, yeah,
Civil
sure.
War begins, right?
Sure, screw it, yeah, okay, then we can just
But
shut...
won't they just say no? You can get the hell out. Because
and
we
we say,
know
all right.
that you're not allowed to make problems here.
And we say, all right, see ya, and then we return at night, masked, and raid the house.
Because that's not conspicuous at
That's
all.
not conspicuous, no.
If they have no proof, though.
Oh, they have no proof.
Oh,
Then we
yeah,
can-
that's
when
true.
they come to us, we'll say, that's screw you. Bye.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna help you.
Alright, yeah, we could
We know
try
you
that,
can't
sure.
make problems here.
Yeah, we can certainly do that.
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, that's... So, who's gonna knock on the door? Is Laurel gonna knock on the door?
Or not
Yeah.
gonna knock on the door. He's Lord Mayor, and here you're gonna be fucking fancy
Well,
about.
and his diplomacy is not the best,
Zoe's
he'll have
diplomacy
someone
is the
talking
best.
for him.
Yeah,
so he
yeah.
can talk for you as long as it's not lies. Because
The mouth of Laurel.
I think her diplomacy is much better than her bluff. But
I
Rivulet,
think we should let Rivulet
Oh,
do
my
it.
my bluff is... My
Because
bluff
this
is
is gonna
bluff.
be bluffing out of the... right? And if you diplomatize them, that's not gonna matter. They're not... If they won't let us in, no good argument is gonna make them.
Alright.
yeah,
Sure.
my bluff sucks, but my diplomacy is amazing.
Zoe can try
On
diplomacy.
the other hand, we're not really going to lie to them.
Well,
That's true.
a
We
twisted
might
lie.
have to, so...
You know, we could just
Well, if-
twist the truth.
Well, if they are to, if we are in a situation when we need to lie, I'll just
And then
Rifflin.
Riffin can
Rifflin,
speak up.
go get them.
Yeah. All right. Are we
Let's go to the steakhouse.
are we going to the steakhouse or are we gonna?
That's where we were gonna meet. Remember?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that is the right place to meet. Get it, meet. It's,
Ah, Jonas.
I think I get it. It's because
Yeah.
it's like where people meet already.
and then you eat meat, like
Oh.
from pig.
Go about. Pollard, are you going?
Pig steak?
Why not? You can grill a pig, right? Like
Yeah, you totally
Wait.
can. Ballard
Gamma
knows.
steaks.
Currently being served, though, is seemingly a very nice. It seems to be a very, very well seasoned beef steak with some applesauce. Basically a full roast meal.
Laurel just sat down.
Ah,
Food has just arrived in front of him.
it's the first meat he has
Instead of
eaten
looking-
in months.
Do we want to eat before we fight? Huh?
Raphael is gonna have something light and not too fatty. You know, he doesn't want food coma if he's about to fight. So he'll go for some fish. If they
I can get you
have.
fish.
So he doesn't have to eat anymore. So yeah.
Riff doesn't
Whoa,
have to eat
no.
anymore, so
Laurel
yeah.
does it anyway.
Sorry.
Well, she doesn't need to eat or drink, so she'll just be.
You
nice.
can.
No, she's fine.
Riff will have a glass of water though.
His family stayed in this place for like 3 months.
How fat are they now?
Yeah.
Not very. They were very safe with the money.
Oh,
Because he gave them like 100 gold, and they'd be like, oh god. It's like a life savings worth. What if he's never coming back?
what if indeed?
We're gonna have to make it last. So they didn't really a whole lot. I mean, mostly he paid for the rooms. 100 gold was like money for them to have fun, but they didn't. So
All right. So we eat. We have a good time. Is it still light? Like it's not dark by the time we
Yeah,
finish.
it's not dark. It's afternoon.
Laura will explain what the Archmage said. Basically, that he'll be giving more information when there's some information to get. That there were this other noble house who were interested.
Has Zoe heard of this other house?
Has she heard of it?
Royal Knowledge Nobility, have you heard of House Aries?
I.
Gonna do knowledge local.
Aries.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna say.
Out north side, right?
Have I? Have you?
You've heard of them. They're not a very prevalent noble house, you're not sure much about them. You know where their manor is.
Oh, I know
You
where
do-
they live.
You don't know, like, what they do, but you know where they live.
That's pretty good.
They've been added to the map. I'll stop
Shit.
pointing.
Ship needs center.
I've already shown him the way. Oh, okay.
I think it's
You've no
easy.
idea-
I think it's easy when we move that DDS just force moves sheep because he's
Oh,
Yeah.
there.
That is House Ares.
Oh, they're in the Dragon Buddy's place.
Well, they're currently in Southside.
He's got just a ginormous district.
Yeah,
Low
yes.
population district though. It's quite sparse in places.
Where we have large but high density slums,
You have
effectively.
the most people of any district.
Yeah.
Well, you had the most people.
Had.
I'm sure we'll have an influx soon enough to take up all the new residential.
Everybody's
The
gonna
lowest-
celebrate,
the
you
lowest
know.
population is the priest quarter, where most of the building is just like religious sites.
Yeah. And gardens for contemplation. Oh.
Imagine the palace would have the lowest.
Well, the palace, if you count it, the district definitely has the lowest then.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a lot of guards. It had like a lot of guards and servants living on site, but
You know, that doesn't make a district worth of people, really, does it?
no, there's a lot of people though.
Yeah.
Well, look at that main building. It's like the size of Muleback Crossing.
That is the Sapphire Palace.
Like our entire military quarter is just half that size.
Yeah. Alright, we'll explain the situation to Laurel as well, obviously. And then, I guess, unless we want to talk about House Ares,
I think we should go strike.
I think maybe we should go knock on the door. Yeah?
sure.
Sure.
So you
Open
walk
the
up to
door.
you go up to the front door of House Urian.
Yeah.
Might
I
as well.
suppose.
Very well. Move yourselves up there.
Ah,
Don't have your token stacked.
I'm sorry.
I'll move
Hello.
Raphael. Ballard can move himself.
Jake, get off Reddit.
I'm not on Reddit.
Of course you are. And also
I'm not.
Also copy your tokens.
Done.
Copy.
Hang on, do you want me to copy Raphael as well?
No, I got it.
You got it?
I think so.
Alright. DDS, copy him anyway.
Nope. I'm revealing map right now.
Okay.
Which reminds me, actually, also, then after eating his steak, Laurel sort of smiles slightly outwardly and then drink a few potions.
Oh, and as Riff leaves, she will, as quietly as she can, cast Mage Armor. Which I'll apply once we,
You can't
like,
quietly cast a spell, but
you know.
And what happens is that sort of Laurel's legs contort and bend back
Oh,
Oh,
well,
that's nasty.
as his sort of feet.
he does this at the dinner table?
No, like he's on the way out.
Okay.
And sort of stands awkwardly in these sort of stiff silvery legs that at the end sort of large silvery hooves.
Okay. Raphael frowns down at the hooves. Looks
What
at
the
Laurel,
fuck is
like
this?
slowly shakes his head.
Or sort of gives him an awkward smile. Just you get used to it.
I don't know, Laurel. If how would I even dance?
So that is a feature indeed.
That's a feature. Oh, hey.
He
Yeah,
winks.
Hooves.
Yeah, I think Laurel should be that. Like
Very
that.
good York, yes. Quite. Is that like Expeditious Retreat?
No,
Oh,
he's got hooves now.
alright.
What do they do? Can you attack?
Kick people
Kick?
with.
Amazing.
yeah, like you stop on the street and the guards look towards you curiously. Because it's a busy street, and you just like stop, I mean,
you
can
don't want
imagine
to stop what you kind of mill about.
Yeah, it would probably be about like.
You imagine people still moving up down street. The street's wider than this as well.
So are we going for the Are we going for honest approach?
Yeah.
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 If we do, I have a +12.
I think honest approach is the best beginning, and then again, if they don't want to play nice, we can always kill them all. Because now we're basically giving them the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's.
Like if they have nothing to hide.
Can I add the enhanced diplomacy when I use diplomacy?
These guys all look like Randall, which makes me unnerved.
Hello, Ballard.
Oh,
You didn't think this was possible, did you? You thought I was dead. You left me for dead in that.
Doc, can I use the enhanced diplomacy?
I mean, you can cast the spell if you so desire in front of them.
Randall, he's a dick.
Is it extremely glamorous? I don't know.
It's
Sure,
it's
sure,
casting a
it's
spell,
fine.
they'll notice.
Okay, then we won't. It's just if I did, I have +14.
They still wouldn't be able to like see through the
Hoops for
glamour.
a young man.
Yeah, they'll still think you sound fabulous. Just the point stands is they know you cast something, they don't know what.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, unless they have
It's a good way to propagate paranoia.
we
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
just while we were walking, she did it. You know, no.
Yeah.
I
30
think
seconds before now.
Laura's probably drawing some eyes anyway.
Yeah, his hooves.
Yeah, we're probably drawing some eyes. We have a fucking glowing bird, a guy with hooves, and a
Well, Raphael steps
Wait,
up and says,
and a Raphael.
"Hello, we come from the North Side District. We would like to speak to the leader of the house."
Laura stands here looking very important. It's too important to talk to these people.
Yeah.
And who happens to be wanting to speak to our masters?
Wait. I think it's best I say it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's best if
You-
Zoe says it.
So we're gonna, so we'll say Zoe Flores.
What is House Flores? You're not a Northside noble house.
I happen to live there.
Interesting. Your house has forced you to move out of the nicer districts.
So it gives him a smile. I don't think a common god like you has any reason to get your nose into this.
Raphael looks very dangerously at the guard and snaps to and says, "Silence, you coward! You're speaking to an heiress of the House of Flores. You will behave yourself, or I will destroy you."
He smirks. Are you really looking for a fight in the middle of the street?
Raphael smiles very cockily and says, "My dear friend, it wouldn't be a fight."
Zoe will put out her arm.
Now.
Put this at once, and let me speak to your master.
Who are the rest of these?
She points to Bollard and
Oh, looks very important.
Bollard and Raphael. These two are my bodyguards. And behind you is the Lord Mayor of Northside.
Oh, looks angrily at the guard.
The Lord Mayor? Can we see some form of ID for this?
I have been the Lord Mayor for months now, and you have still not informed. Reaches out the ID.
Raphael looks over to Lorne and says, "Speak the word, Lord Mayor, and I shall educate him."
He looks at Raphael, looking back at his halberd.
Raphael smiles.
Oh, look at that. You
And
don't
then
have time
he
for
looks at
that,
Ballard's
dear.
giant hammer and gets like a look of fear, right?
Intimidation
He knows
checks.
his hammer.
Very well. I will speak to my I will speak to my master and see if any of them are free right now.
Well, if not, they can remove whatever they're currently doing. This is important.
We will see what their response is. He nods to the other guard.
I don't know. Oh, he's standing in our way.
Oh, is he? Are we not allowed in?
You would leave us waiting on the street?
This is
What
extreme.
sort of house is this?
I apologize. Our masters are currently said to be busy right now.